Hey, Jbeats from ATL. Thank you for joining K's World NYC. I appreciate your time and your patience. Just to let the viewers know, just a little funny insight. We had some technical difficulties, and you were
Yes.
so patient. I
Yes.
really appreciate. I want people to know how sweet you are and how patient you are. So I
Right.
have to, yeah, I have to throw this out there. Patient. So now, does that explain the J in the studio?
But what you mean
Patient.
patient?
That's a different J in the studio.
Um, Definitely patient. Yeah, definitely patient because the type of producer I am, I work way deeper on like the development, and I'm very picky about the keys, and I'm picky about uh like pitches, delivery. I'm very picky, so I like to, instead of just record somebody or just record, we just make music. I like to kind of, we do have to dig deep in, and all right, I'm gonna be patient with you, but you're gonna have to redo this 100 times. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying?
So
So
let
yeah.
me tell you what attracted me to your IG. Um, I'm big on details and people's posting. It almost read as a journal for producers. The way you do your posting, you should think about either teaching a class or writing a guide to how to start, either for artists or producers. Because when I review your posts, it's almost like it's educational for me. And just the setting, you go from the do's and don'ts. So let's say if an artist comes to you, he's still green, he's still learning. What kind of advice will you give him as far as how to be prepared for studio? His
Right.
first time.
Um, an artist to be prepared for his first time at the studio. Number one, I would say they have the songs written, but I don't know if they have the beats or not. So I would say to at least practice being able to freestyle and coming up with writing on the spot.
Okay.
But if you're not practicing and stuff like that, and you know what beats you like, definitely write your songs and everything. Have everything rehearse in the mirror, write it, know how it's gonna be to lay it down. I'm gonna
You
say
think that you think it's important that they come at least not only written, but show let you hear beats that they feel like they compatible with. Does that help?
yeah, definitely. Let's see, out of my experience with the placements that I have gotten with like
Mm-hmm.
major artists and stuff like that, it's always
Mm-hmm.
the beats that I don't like or that I don't believe that much in. So you never know what, as a producer, you never know what out of your catalog, what people really want out of your catalog, because you have such a different
Mm-hmm.
sound than another producer. Unless they say, "Hey, I want this specifically," but if they never said that, then it's all, you know what I'm saying. They all ears. You can play anything. So
Yeah.
I feel like it's a mood thing, and that's why I was about to say, for artists, most artists don't take into accountability what they're listening to. They listen to, I think all about the music business said that we're capturing the enthusiasm and the energy through the mic. And
Mm-hmm.
when people make music, they forget that they need to actually have energy, and they need to actually like, we actually need to hear the character in your voice and the emotions in your voice. And some people forget that. So that's an
Yeah.
element. I think people should, if you're an up and coming artist, you should definitely always be looking at that into detail when you say your words, like adding emphasis on stuff and like
Yeah.
animating this, you know what I'm saying, this
Yes.
situation, your energy.
Confidence
Yeah,
in your
exactly. So you gotta,
delivery.
yeah, exactly.
And
So you gotta be in a good
I,
mood.
yeah, and not only that, I think that most artists sometimes when they're starting, they don't know who they are yet. They don't know their voice. They don't know if they want to rep this or do this. So Do you assist with that and guide them? Like if you feel like, hey, this is someone comes in, right? You hear their song, you hear how the way they rap. How do you go about saying, without insulting them, offending them, hey, I think you need to go this route. I think you need to change your tone because it's a process of learning who you are as an artist, correct?
Yeah, okay. A process is learning who you are. Okay, from I would say this. Okay, you definitely knowing who you are does put taking play into account into that of how confident somebody is
Hmm.
to deliver themselves. But
Hmm.
how I approach it and I have in the past, it only works on a certain artist because if your artist is open to constructive criticism and open to actually being led or being corrected or being helped or being stirred steered a certain way, if you're
Yes.
open to that, then you can easily say, "Hey, I like how you sound, but try to hit it like this." You feel me? Like you have a type of voice that, and that's what comes to having a vision and you can hear and you like, "Oh, nah, hold this note, this type of way. Go down with it instead of going up. You look too high, and your voice sound raspy when you go up there. So bring it
Hmm.
back down and sing it like your voice should be like this. Do every song in that voice right there because that's just so
Especially if
different."
someone not, especially someone that's doesn't know how to hit those pockets in the song. So I mean, I'm sure you've dealt with artists that's difficult to take positive criticism, and I know that's very stressing because you're not just producing, engineering, you're guiding them, you're teaching them, you're like the professor. So you have a good ear, obviously, because you do what you do. So how do you handle a difficult client? So whoever's listening, they know not to do that when they go to the studio.
How do I handle a difficult client?
Difficult client, yeah. I know it is in the business. I know a few of them. They're just hard-headed, and then they come back saying, "Sorry, your advice actually worked."
Okay, I have the my best answer.
Mm-hmm.
My best answer is this: if the rules are laid down correctly and laid down harsh, and not party
Mm-hmm.
pooper harsh, but just firm. Let's not use
Mm-hmm.
bad words.
Mm-hmm.
Firmly enforce rules. Hey, there's awareness to these rules and to how things are
Mm-hmm.
gonna go. Rules and procedure. You feel me? The
Exactly.
rules and the procedure, they're they're structured into these things and they're laid down and they're made people are made aware.
Mm-hmm.
Now, um, you shouldn't have too many problems because if you do have a problem, it could be, you know, you might have to instruct them to okay. And this is the thing, you don't have to always tell the clients that you can't do business with them anymore. Just make that the last time you do business with them. But it just depends on how bad it is. Kicking people out, I haven't had anything that bad go on to I had to kick somebody out.
No,
Not
that's
yet,
good.
ever. But I've had things go on where, when you setting rules and stuff like that, things didn't start going extremely. This is a great time for me to explain this too in this interview. So things didn't
Yes.
start going smooth for me until I learned how to stand my ground. I learned that that was something that needed to be in my energy and something that it was like a goal I was trying to get to. You know what I'm saying? Let people know I have a clear
Mm-hmm.
goal. This is what we're trying to do, and I'm serious about this. I take it serious. Now, when you're a
Exactly.
person and people don't take you serious, the client may disrespect you because they already understand that you're not that serious anyway, or the client might do something that you don't want them to do because it's the way that they're reading you. So at the end of the day, as a this is for any business owner too. This isn't just for engineers. You can have a store, and everybody knows at the store that this owner doesn't really care, so they always do slick stuff and I'm gonna pay you later and do all this slick stuff because they know the owner. So for any business owner, somebody that's engineering or producing, no, show them you mean business and always be a friend, yes, but you gotta always show
Be
them,
firm about it. Yeah.
yeah, because they know like, okay, if I was gonna do some flaky business, I'll go to them because he don't play that. I already know he don't. So everybody thinks
So
they're being, what you say?
no, I was gonna ask you, because I've been doing research on you. What do you think the special quality you have to have a successful business and always be booked?
What is it that you have that maybe other producers lack?
Uh-oh, we gotta talk about consistency. Talk about like, okay, so look, stand book.
It's not being
Now,
cocky. It's you earned. I think you earned your stripe from what I've seen. So it's just being confident. You earned it.
so let's talk about the first thing that come to mind when you said that. Content.
Hmm.
I'm gonna just give it a sprinkle. I don't wanna
Okay.
just, you know,
Yeah, yeah. A little sprinkle. Thank you.
but the first thing I'll say is content, and I would say that, you know, long story short, you need to use content to meet people you never met before. Meet people you never met before. Um, you need to exchange value with these people when you're making content. You know, like people want to actually learn about things. They want to laugh, humor.
Yeah.
They want to pick a side, pick a stance, controversial. You know, people want to relate to you emotionally, maybe, or what you relate to your story. You know, there's a lot of different things people can get closer to you with, and when you can make content and talk about your niche or uh, touch people inside your niche, but also touch them and exchange value with them.
Hmm.
That's
So basically, networking and you treat them with respect, but you also firm with them when they come in, and you do have beats. That's what it keeps you. That's how you stay busy.
oh yeah, definitely. So the beats are optional, of course, but most of the time when artists come in, they start recording with a new engineer. They're gonna want to learn about them, and they just see they be like, "Let me hear some of your beats." They be like, "Dang, okay." So you know what I'm saying? It's just like I just sneak it in.
Yeah. And I noticed with your posts, you're very big on studio etiquette, which I will be too. And I noticed that there's a pattern that you like to post about. Either is it a friendly smoking studio, too many entourage, right? It seems like you have. So, what would be the etiquette for new artists booking studios where they're not overwhelming the producer and the engineer? Because I think some of them just have like they're in their own bubble.
If you're gonna bring more than 10 people to the studio, those types of situations, get the A
Hmm.
room. Get the A room with the suite, lounge area. You're gonna bring 50. If you're gonna bring 20 people to the studio, you can't book certain studios. You gotta book those studios that have those large areas, you know?
Okay.
Like four parties that big. Don't
Okay.
don't be overcrowded and filling it to capacity and because it's just room for more trouble. If they don't make music, they're just there.
I mean, especially if they're not contributing to anything, right?
Exactly. So studio etiquette, that number one. Number two, respect. Respecting the building,
So,
respecting
no,
everything.
absolutely. Absolutely. Do you have any specific rules like no smoking, no something, no drinking?
Well, I was in a building that was very corporate. It had a
Mm-hmm.
studio in there.
Mm-hmm.
Now I use some more iconic studios in Atlanta. I have some relationships at some bigger studios, but I had a studio in an area where it was no smoking.
Mm-hmm.
I was still booked up. People loved it. You know, people did a lot of their
Mm-hmm.
projects there, but
Mm-hmm.
people they spoke on it. They'd be like, "Man, I wish I could smoke in here, man," or stuff like
Yeah.
that. So it was cool, but I allow smoking. Um, I have a crazy smoker journey, but I allow smoking. That's cool. As long as it's not a black and mild or a cigarette. Don't save it for
Oh
dating.
my God. That's like 80s and 90s right there. I don't back then I was okay with that black and mild smoke. I can't take it right now. You're right. So um what is the if factor? If an artist approach you, what is it that you say this person has it? They're talented.
Um, when I look for delivery. I look for the emotion they put into it. I look for a vision. One
Okay.
thing that throughout my career, and I will add all that up to vision, having a vision, because at the end of the day, a song or idea, whatever the artist has, it's supposed to paint a picture. And
Exactly.
if we can see that picture clearly, then that that might be something that you're serious about, you really love, or that this you might be passionate about it. But if you're not willing to paint it, put it together, and then no. So I look for that. I look for how
It's the storytelling. It's the
yeah.
storytelling. You have to be good at storytelling. Whether you're singing or rapping is a process of storytelling. And I think these younger artists forget about the storytelling. Sometimes I have to tell them, here's some old school stuff so you can understand how the storytelling in the rap song goes, the flow, you know? So not to hold you any too longer. So would you like to discuss any big celebrities that you're working on? Any good songs that's coming out?
I want to say too many big celebrities. Me and Just Jones have a few singles that we're putting out very soon. He's in
Who?
Cali. He comes to Atlanta. His name is Just Jones. JX
Just Jones?
Jones, yes, on
Okay.
Instagram. Me and Just Jones have a few singles coming out, pretty fire. Um, Me and Young Kendro have a few singles coming out.
You and who? I'm sorry.
Young Kendro, his name's Kendro. He's from Atlanta.
Young Kundrel. And
Yeah,
what's his social as well? Same?
I'm Young Kendro. I am
Okay.
YUNG Kendro, KENDRO.
Okay.
So yeah, I just had a song that Famous Dex dropped with Rich the Kid on my beat with me and Sketo 8, my boy Costi. He released it in a weird way. Put it on SoundCloud.
That's a weird way for you, SoundCloud. And you're not a fan of SoundCloud?
Uh, Not really to drop a song that great. Like the song's
So
fire.
what
So, like it could have been. It could
so so apps would you recommend an artist?
like regular DSPs, like regular
Okay.
digital service providers, like Apple Music, stuff like that. He kind of
Something a little bit more not too antiquated because SoundCloud it's pretty old, right?
right.
It's been out for a minute, so yeah. So let people know where you located, what you do, your magic and everything.
So I'm located in Atlanta, Georgia. Everybody, if you are in any surrounding states, even I have a lot of people that fly in from everywhere and been doing this for
Mm-hmm.
some years. When it comes to engineering, when it comes to learning about DAWs, if you need a website built, if you need automation set up, email automations, SMS, BR admin agency, what I'm saying? The Instagrams are all in my bio, my engineering Instagram / producer, my admin agency, and my tech solutions company, all in my bio. Add this some gas J. I'm in Atlanta. Like I said, I work with anybody from all countries everywhere. So yeah, tap in. I appreciate you
And you
for
could
having
also
me.
yeah, and no doubt, I appreciate you being patient. So my understanding, you could can record with an artist from anywhere.
Hell yeah.
They could just virtually send you, electronic send you their beats or their song, and you could work with them.
I mean, no, I'm saying like if they can come to me, I can record them, but they can send me vocals and I can mix them from anywhere.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good to know. That's definitely good to
Yeah,
know. Okay. I'll definitely put all your social contacts and the rest. So again, I appreciate. Oh, don't you have merch?
yes, I have merch. So me and my assistant, my girl, we actually came up with these different music crew necks and
Mm,
label crew necks. So the music one, it just says like artist, producer, A&R, and engineer on the back of it, and it says music on the front. I'm not wearing it right now, unfortunately,
mhm.
but I'll definitely send you the link to them and stuff like that. But
Oh,
yeah,
please do. Yeah. So I could definitely promote it. Yeah. I actually like the other one since I'm not engineering, but
oh yeah,
I'll
the music one.
yeah, the music one. Yeah.
Yeah,
Like I mean, I'm old school. You know,
yeah.
I grew up born in the 70s, grew up with a lot of hip hop, so music is in my blood. So I love that. So I'm definitely gonna see if I can purchase some merch.
Definitely
Definitely. Yeah.
appreciate it.
So I appreciate your time. I appreciate your team. So please do let them know. Email me your studio address. I could send them a big thank you, and I appreciate your patience. So thank you from NYC to ATL. Thank you so much. Bye, Jay. Appreciate it. Stay warm.
All right, see you.
Yes, bye.